Investing in gold doesn't have to be complicated. I'm Colin Plume, the CEO of Noble Gold Investments, and I want to take the time to show you how investing in a gold IRA can help you hedge your bets against inflation and other economic concerns on the horizon. Visit Noble Gold Investments and get our free gold investment guide on buying gold the right way. And make sure you're investing with the right company. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com.
Good Memorial Day evening. I'm still reporting on computer security. I finally made contact with Bill Binney and his wife, Dr. Katherine Horton, once again. I feared they had permanently disappeared, but no, we finally reconnected. I have grown very interested in the Epic Cash project, a relatively new cryptocurrency project that's run by volunteers with the specific intent of finally providing a secure form of spendable cash which is totally private. Unfortunately, Bitcoin is not private. Every Bitcoin transaction you make is on the blockchain, including what you buy and how much of it you buy or sell. Most people don't realize this, and when they do, Bitcoin's value is going to sink like a stone. Still, many people do not realize how filled with untruths the internet is when it comes to this or that app being private, or this coin project actually providing private transactions. So that brought me to take one last shot at reaching out to Bill Binney, because there is no one that I trust more than Bill Binney. Why? Bill was in NSA for more than 30 years and was basically their chief of technology. He held the exalted title of Technical Director of the World for the Geopolitical and Military Analysis and Reporting Group. So when your title starts out with Technical Director of the World, that's enough for me.
Hi, Bill.
Hey!
Hi. Yeah.
Okay. Did you show them our doggies?
Well, our dogs are here around the corner. There's the where's she?
She's over there.
Over there, sitting on the furniture. She's
Yeah, yeah.
above the furniture, and the other one is somewhere
German
else.
Shepherd, he's right behind you.
Oh, is he behind me on the sofa? They've taken over our seating, and we've given up the fight trying to keep them off it. Yeah.
So after we showed each other our dogs, I got right down to business. Many folks believe that some communication apps like Signal provide rock-solid security.
Is Signal safe? Is its encryption keep people's communication safe?
I basically don't think anything that's publicly available is safe, because all of it's cleared through NIST. They test all of the publicly available encryption systems to make sure they are conforming to speed and reliability, things like that. But at the same time, you do it with NIST, you do it with NSA, because they have people there too. So they know what the algorithms are, and so that's half the problem. The other half then seems to be just getting the key. So if you're getting the key, then the question is it prime number based? If it is, then I think there's a breakthrough in prime numbers now that says that I basically have, and I've discussed this with Katherine, but not anybody else, talked about prime numbers as they are predictable in the number system. It's just the way they're looking at it, they're never going to see it. So it's a question of how you look at it. I can talk with you about it privately when we're down there, Bill, but not over this line.
Yeah, well,
but I don't think anything is secure in the public domain, because it first gets tested in NIST, NSA gets the algorithm, they embed or whatever, work with the company developing it to embed things in it to make it weaker, and so they have all kinds of things that they can do then to get into systems.
Exploits.
Like for example, it's like the cell phones that they were trying to get into, the iPhone, when they wanted to get into it, somebody's phone, they said, well, Apple, you have to do three things. One, you have to stop limit the number. You have to stop the limit on the number of passwords that can be tested, and you have to limit the frequency of testing. You have to get rid of that limitation, and you have to get rid of the limitation that says every password has to vary in terms of the characters that are input, meaning that humans do it, not a machine. It's not a bulk attack or a brute force attack. That's what they were trying to do with Apple was trying to eliminate that with those three things. And that's what was impeding NSA and the FBI. It wasn't that they wanted to get into just that iPhone. It's every iPhone in the world, because they were also hacking into companies producing the SIM cards for the phones and so on, giving access codes and IDs. So that once they had the IDs, they had the access code. Anytime the phone signs on, you've got this access code available to go in and get any ID that you have a SIM card on, which they were collecting by the billions. So that meant they were after every iPhone in the world. Well, it's the same here, right? It's the same idea. It's like the company they put up, the CIA put up to sell encryption for different countries around the world. In Switzerland, I think it was, and they got caught doing it. And what it was is they were giving them all the keys and everything to read everything that everybody in the world was saying, and all these governments were there, buying this encryption from Switzerland and thinking it's secure, and it's not. Well, that's the whole point of it, right? That's the whole point of what they're doing. And so from my point of view, I don't think any of them are safe. I mean, I think we could even break it if you went at it by just knowing the basic algorithm and just to get the key. So, I mean, it's like doing an Enigma, same kind of thing.
Okay, well, that's good, because a lot of I've been telling friends that Signal is not safe, and they go, oh, no, it's perfectly safe, man. I don't think so.
Who's in the PRISM 2 program?
What?
Who's in the PRISM 2 program? Oh, isn't Signal there? I thought they were.
As General George Olmsted used to tell me, you're only safe if you take a walk. And also, if there's something that you'd like to pass on to people who are interested in security at this point, I think that would be, you would know better than I'll put it that way. And you would know better than they.
See, the key is to have be a little creative. If you have a small community, the community gets a little creative and makes up their own system, because that would mean that as long as it didn't conform to the standard way of doing things, it wouldn't be a turn the crank kind of thing for this software to work out.
Right.
So that means that people have to look at it. That's where their weakness is, and that's everybody's weakness, is the people. If you have to devote people to figure something out, that you only have a limited resource there, and if you have all these people doing all different things, that makes it so much of a burden on the small resource you've got that you're more secure that way. I mean, you just if you're not in their control, you say screw you.
Like Bill's saying, if they have to use a precious resource, namely human intervention, then it really has to be worth their while. And if they stay under that radar.
And the other thing is, here's another question. The most stable and most rewarding strategy is to make everything public. For example, that in the past, there's always been an argument that when you have a tech company, you have to protect your IP. So if you have something like Facebook, the idea was always that the technical, the platform itself and how it's engineered has to be kept private and protected. And what people found is that when hackers get in, their technical staff might not be able to, uncover it. So what Kim.com did with his projects is that he made everything public, and suddenly there were hackers among the users who were white hat hackers who helped him patch the stuff that his technical staff couldn't see, because the number of people out there in the world is always larger than whoever you have hired. Right. So in a sense, if any shit happens, you can complain to the general public, and then there's always somebody who has the knowledge to help you in most cases.
Yeah, such is the case here.
Sorry?
Such is the case here.
Yeah, so in that case, and you can actually do a mathematical proof using systems analysis that is the most stable, because should anybody sabotage, well, they can't steal IP that the whole world doesn't already have, So in that case, you just complain to the general public about what has happened, and you can show them live how the hack was done, what was stolen, and so on, So that's another option whereby you cut yourself a lot of stress and expenses by just making everything public and just trust the math. Yeah. That is really the most stable thing to do,
Good advice. Thank you.
And as I said, if you need a technical expert to back you up on this, Kim.com and his multi-million-dollar companies did exactly that strategy, Just an idea, because then you save yourself encryption and the intelligence agencies have absolutely no reason to come after you, in particular.
That's why I don't encrypt anything, though.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a target, okay?
Yeah.
This is known, and I'm under their control. I'm in the States, No point in hiding it. Besides, I want them to know what I think of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe I've heard you say that before.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know they're criminal bastards. That's all I know.
Okay, so is there a secret password that I should use to prove that I'm not from the 3-letter agencies?
Yeah, no. I think everybody knows you, though, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good.